trying to make a video, but shit been crazy. So yesterday we were at Kentucky Dragway. Hillbilly had out fire crotch and was trying to get fire crotch. We had issues there, so I don't have a lot of good footage. I got some footage. All right, everybody. Underwood Racing. Got John in the car. This is his little home built. Where are y'all running off to? Get over here. You guys, this boy built this car in his yard. She'll get up and run, that's for sure.
We've got to look at this thing here. Turbo, this is the cleanest McFarland build.
Fire crotch.
That's the cleanest turbo sticking out of the hood.
I think that woman thought I was talking to her.
Yeah.
She looked up here like, what the hell? Unfortunately, you all, unfortunately, you know how it is, they hit the track. Fire crotch is breaking up a little bit. We're thinking maybe a plug issue, maybe a wire issue. I don't know. Want to run to Riley's real quick?
That's all I got. You know you gotta pull the headers, change the plugs on this thing, though.
Really? You got everything to do it?
Oh, hell, I ain't doing that.
I'm here. You do one side, I'll do one side.
They probably haven't got them installed.
I got my DeWalt toolkit in the truck.
No, I'm talking about the plugs.
I did DeWalt 2 days at my job. I get work business done with a shit-ass tool set.
But nothing much, because like I said, fire crotch was breaking up pretty hard. We think we lost a coil or maybe even a plug, fouled a plug. I don't know. But we tried. Sad, you know, hate going to the track and having a bad day, but everybody has a bad day at the track, just like everybody has a bad day at the range, just like everybody has a bad day at work. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But check it out. Got my fuel cell in. That shit look nasty, don't it? That looks good like that. Makes me super happy. Oh, yeah. And might as well show my new project, my new idea. I'm thinking drift lawnmowers, man. It just sounds like a cool ass idea. It sounds like it'd be some fun. Like I said, you know, if you know something about it or you've been around it, then hit me up. Let's East Coast this shit. Anyway, so I haven't been able to make a video last week because my dad was in town, and I like spending time with my family and getting to see family I don't get to see. My dad's 5-6 hours from here. Comes in about once every 2 months, something like that. So it was kind of nice to be able to see my dad. So I didn't want to waste time making a video and cutting up, you know. You don't get as many trips when they get older. The chopper's dead. And it is now Monday, about midday, and I'm just now starting a YouTube video because let me show you what we just got done doing. We just got done putting the shed together because I'm out of space, man. I just don't. I gotta get the bike out of the garage. I can't have the bike in the garage anymore. It's taking up space. I don't have room to do what I need to do. We're getting ready to start bending tubing, so that kind of means I need space for that. So that's 8x10, and with it being 8x10, that means we'll have plenty of room for this to sit in there, and just some small stuff, maybe even the tractor, lawnmower, whatever you want to call it, rider. We'll have space for that. So, this video is just going to kind of be a short one showing some of the drag racing stuff, and I think we might just kind of BS about some stuff. I want to get some kind of content out, so I think what I'm gonna do is let's get this thing running, and hell, even maybe run it around. So, with that being said, I'll be right back. All right, so this right here is a Craftsman, hell, I don't even know. LT1000, I think is what it is. Yeah, an LT1000. It's actually in really good shape. It was the neighbor's lawnmower. The neighbor only used it a couple times. And let's say that mechanical and like engines running and things aren't really his world. So he had a couple problems with it, got frustrated, set it aside, and it sat there, and it sat there, and it sat there, and it sat there, and it sat there. And it just sat in the same place for like a year. And I finally was like, yo, man, you want to get rid of it? And he was like, yeah, sure. Pay me what I paid for it, and you can have it. So, which brings me to my point. Not a lot of people know this, but my dad is not really big into mechanical stuff and like motors and whatnot. He was a little bit when I was a child, but not as much as he grew up. So for me to learn, he would run around town and pick up all the used, crappy condition lawnmowers, the ones that just sat out in fields and rotted, and that's how I learned. I took them home, I took apart motors, or my dad took them home. I would take apart motors, I'd pull on the throttle bodies and make them go faster because they were revving way high and stuff like that, and that's just how I kind of got a concept of what I was doing, got a concept of how motors worked, and I started off at a very young age doing that. So, I kind of have a soft spot for lawnmowers. And this one's been sitting there, and I was like, well, hell, I can use it to mow the lawn instead of paying a lawn company, but I like paying a lawn company, and them boys do a damn good job. Plus, I'm friends with them, so why the hell would I do that to them? No fear, boys. No fear. So, I said, screw it. Let's turn it into a racing mower. I haven't built one of them in years. I used to have one. And first things first, it doesn't start, but I got a feeling that's because that carburetor is just nasty. So let's change the battery real quick and see if we can't get it running. Okay, so I kind of already cheated. The other day, I took this battery out because it was a pain in the ass. So, I got this the day my dad was here. And like I said, my dad was here last weekend. And then this weekend I had drag races and football games and just all kinds of stuff. But I think the last football game, or the last 2 football games is coming, so we don't have very many of those left. I'm going to try to get this out of here. I was going to try to do it one-handed, but I just can't, you guys. I just don't have that kind of love. I think it'll work right there for a minute. So, like I was saying, my dad was here. And I didn't have a whole lot of time. I like spending time with him, you know. I tell you, as they get older, you don't have many trips left with them, especially when they live, other places like halfway across the United States. But we'll change the battery on this and see if we can't get her to fire up. I put gas in the tank real quick. I know the internet loves those will it run videos and all that fun stuff. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing this because I need to get it out of my garage. I need to put the bike in the shed. I need to get reorganized so we can go back to going hard on that Tacoma. I'd like to have my Tacoma on the road for snow. Not the motor modifications, but suspension modifications. Just would love to have it on the road for snow. But we'll see if that happens. You know what I mean? Okay, so what I will do is attach negative to negative, positive to positive. Normally I would take 10 seconds to clean all this up. I don't think it matters right this second. I tell you, if you all got kids in sports, man, that shit is hectic. You're constantly freaking doing something. That must be a standard size. Not a metric. For all you super anal mechanics out there. Boom, like that. Okay. So, let's see what she does. Bunny rabbit. Turtle. Choke. Throttle here for mowing. This is blades rotating. This is blades not rotating. Let's see if she bump one off. Oh no! Oh no! Alright. 99.999% of the time your mower won't start. It's because it's not drawing fuel correctly. So, you walk out here. You find your little air intake hole. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this so you can watch me do this. Because like I'm not playing 99.9% of the time. You can do this right here, and this shit'll fire right up. So, like I said, this has been sitting a year. Like I said, this thing's been sitting about a year. So right now, the float bowl, I'll show you all that. All this stuff's gunked up. He was having problems with it, I know, when he had it, because I had it. There's a couple times I went over there and had to jump it, or not jump it, but get it started for him. But 99.9% of the time, the main intake hole that goes down into the carburetor, cover that up. Stupid international lock things, man. I hate them damn things. I would like to take my foot off right here, but I can't. There you go. 99.9% of the time with a lawnmower, it's gunked up, it's having a hard time drawing fuel. All you gotta do is put your hand over the intake and it'll just pull it right through and you're good to go. All the new mowers have like this side casing. Most of them do. And then if they don't have the side casing, they have like a top that comes off of them. Like I said, all you gotta do is find that main intake for your carburetor. So like right here's your main intake, here's your carburetor, here's your intake tube, goes into your head. All I had to do was plug my hand over the top of that for a second or two, and you could feel the suction against your hand. And that just draws the fuel down inside that carburetor and ensures that we're getting a good gulp of fuel. Like I said, it works almost every time, you guys. Almost every time. But it runs. Suppose we could do some dicking around. Some dickering around. We'll see if she's any fast. I highly doubt it's got any speed to it whatsoever. shit. It's getting a beach wind. Oh well, who cares? So, we got the lawnmower running. That's a little bit of video, it's better than nothing, y'all. Enjoy the drag racing, what good shots I do have. As always, hang on. As always, there ain't nothing to it but to do it and do it right the first damn time. Next week we'll get into some stuff. Thank you, YouTubes. I appreciate everything y'all do. And have a good evening.